Today on Pat's Car Garage, how to replace the AC compressor on a W208 CLK. So pictured here is a CLK 430 with the M113 V8. The procedure will be pretty similar for an M112 V6. So here goes. First step first, just pull the top cover off to get you a little bit more room to work. Next, pull the belt off. I drew the routing diagram for the belt right here. So the tensioner, it's not like previous Mercedes where you would put a Torx in the middle. There's actually like a 17mm socket thing that you can put on next to the tensioner. You loosen it, slip the belt off, and then of course do remember how the belt goes on afterwards. Once you're done with this, the compressor, I'll just set that over there. I opted to undo the discharge side of the compressor in the engine compartment. You have just about enough room to get a wrench in there with a U-joint and some extensions and pull the discharge line off, but the suction line, it's a little bit more tricky to get to, so I just left it on, and instead I took it off at the top, which is connected right here, and I covered this up so no shmoo falls into the system while it's open. So the compressor is held on by 3 long bolts. Here's the new one, actually. So there's 2 right here by the pulley, and there is 1 back here. They're the same bolt lengths. Here they are, so no need to worry about having a long one somewhere or a shorter one somewhere else. And the compressor actually comes out through the bottom quite easily. There's a nice gap. So on the M113 you'd go backwards, and then you can fish it behind the anti-roll bar and between the engine crossmember and the anti-roll bar. There's a nice big gap there, and the compressor will come out fairly easily through there. I suspect on the M112, since the engine is shorter, you might have more room to pull it out the front, but regardless, it's pretty easy. So, not too hard to do yourself. And just make sure that anytime you open up the AC, you replace the receiver dryer, which is right here. So this is still the old one. I have to unscrew it, move the sensors to the new one, and then, of course, any O-ring that you pull out, like for example this one here, buy an O-ring kit and just find the correct O-ring, and always replace all your O-rings. This prevents you from having just random AC leaks down the line. It's better to always replace those O-rings. And these compressors, they take PAG 46 oil. The compressors, some of them come pre-filled, so this one is pre-filled. I don't need to add any oil to it, but I like having some on hand so that, so that you suck a little bit out with a syringe and you apply it to your O-rings. If you lubricate the O-rings, they will last longer and they have less chances of leaking. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Okay, so putting the compressor back in, it's better to do it without the suction hose installed. As you can see, you can just about make it in there with a U-joint on a socket plus some extensions to tighten that bolt holding the suction hose to the compressor. It's a lot easier to put it in this way, but when you put the suction hose back on from the top, just be very, very careful not to put the O-ring in crooked. It took me like 3 attempts. On the 3rd attempt, everything lined up correctly and the whole thing just slid into place. But don't try and force it. If it doesn't seat properly with gentle force, that means the O-ring is in there incorrectly. But now it should be fine. It's tight. Gotta plug that side in yet, and then do the receiver dryer.